Let's see how this is.
What's going on, guys?
Oh boy.
Has he got this written down?
I don't know. Where's Luke? Luke, where are you? There he is.
Finishing my food. Hold on. Yep.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah, everybody hold on while Luke finishes his food.
Yeah, let's all wait for Luke.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for Luke for probably 10 minutes.
We're already 3 minutes late
Hey,
because
you
Luke
can't be Luke.
Luke was making
Hi,
this
everyone.
troubleshoot.
Welcome to Old Carver Fishing Podcast. My name's Luke. Luke Henches. Fish on Luke. Nope. I'm Dan. Danny Two Cats. This is Amy Munsinger. Thank you.
I've been practicing Munsinger.
And Chewy Gudinas Jr., owner, Old Carver Fishing. And on the phone, we got Luke Henches.
The one, the only. Where's the puppy?
The one, the only that got a dog, and now he will no longer be able
part of this
to
group.
be part of the podcast.
He will no longer have a social life.
He will no longer be fishing on the Minnesota River.
You know, my camera kind of has a glare to it.
God, you're loud.
Yeah, you're loud.
Yeah, it does. I noticed the glare.
Yeah, the puppy bit my brand new S23 Ultra in the corner and cracked my screen.
Nice.
What?
Well,
You know how much it is to fix the screen on an S23 Ultra? $400.
Probably easier to get rid of the dog.
Okay, but that's probably the cheapest thing that they're gonna chew. I probably
Yeah.
have about $2,000 worth of stuff I had to replace.
Yeah.
Like
I've
what?
been-
Oh, I couldn't. Just everything.
My dog.
Live school parts, just all kinds of stuff. It's just Vexilar part. Yeah.
What the hell? Does no one watch their dog?
Yeah, he hasn't ruined anything of mine yet. He's tried.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Mm.
So
He's
what's new,
welcome.
guys?
Yeah. How does our mic sound from here? Because Amy's a little far away, and I kicked her up, and she sounds nice.
Everyone sounds good.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's glad to be back here, guys.
Yeah,
right,
welcome
right after the
back.
year. Right after the
Yeah.
year. How great is
Right.
that?
And now she's a Shields Pro staffer. Shields Pro
Uh,
staffer, right?
Yeah, I'm on the Shield Pro staff team
There you
with
go.
a bunch of other clowns. A lot of fun guys, actually.
Yeah.
Nice guys.
Clown.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We have so much fun together, making picture or fishing together and out doing some photo
Yeah.
shoot stuff.
Luke had the opportunity to go with Shields too, but for some odd reason he decided to just stick with me.
Well, hello. Yeah, you're fun. No, it's
Are you okay, Luke? Are you alive? Can you hear?
I'm sad I can't see him.
He's just like
Luke, I
like,
miss you. I wish you were here.
Yeah, are you listening?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you started scaring me, dude.
Oh,
Don't do that bullshit. With all that
Just a
crap you're going
pain.
through, thought for a second he was
he's just a
having
pain
a
in the
seizure or something.
butt. Great.
Dog's
No.
biting my toes.
Well, it's too bad you weren't here and live with us.
So yeah. So Steve Shields, how did that happen?
Well, last year I was part of the Clam Outdoors, or I am part of Clam Outdoors, and the pro staff with them, and I did Ice Fest. I think it was their first one. St. Cloud always has it, and then Eden Prairie did it, and I really liked the camaraderie that the Shields employees had, and I had a couple conversations with those guys and said, hey, you looking for someone? And nothing really worked out. They were really busy. And then this year we kind of collaborated and said, hey, let's give it a go, and added me to the team. So there's 5 of us now at the Eden Prairie location. So it's actually really nice.
It's you, Danny Vu.
Yep. Andrew Cho,
Andrew.
Mao, and Kyle Lynn.
And those are part of the
Knocked Out Outdoor
Outdoors.
guys. Yeah. Which you guys should totally have. I totally love them all.
Yeah.
Actually, Andrew Cho is on the DNR book. I
Oh,
don't know
is
if
he?
yeah, the regulation book. If you ever see that, that's him on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of a superstar, he thinks he is.
Yeah, he is.
And then Danny's the cat boy. He's been catching some cats lately. He should be up there with you, Luke. He should be taking you out and taking you some cat fishing.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, that's right, because you're at home with the dog. But it's been pretty cool. Scheels is a pretty nice company as well. I represent a lot of companies within Scheels too, so that's a lot of fun. Like with RLVNT and Clam and just tuned up custom rods. Yeah, one of my favorite rods I love to use.
I never heard of them until. What's that?
Shields even picked up my rod sponsor.
Yeah, Hellcats.
Nice.
Yep.
So we can see out there. Yeah, they're great to bring on some local people. Try and keep it within the community. That's what I really like about them. They're a great company. They're great to their employees. It's kind of like Clam and all the other people that I represent.
They're employee owned, right?
Yep. I know, but
Employee owned.
Based out of Fargo.
yeah.
Based out of Fargo.
But it's pretty nice. I get to do all kinds of fun things that adventurous that I've never been probably able to do. Get a lot of opportunities, stuff like this. Hello, just gonna hang out with the cool guys.
That's
The
You're
right.
so
cats,
lucky
right?
you're so lucky to be on our podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah.
Where's Nick? I need Nick here. That's who I need here. I need my sidekick.
That we got in the house. We got the bus. What is it?
Oh, there is my Nicole.
There's Nikki.
Nope.
Oh, the Muskie Slayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kinda. Mom's in the house, Luke.
Yep. My
Is
mom's
she?
in the house. My mom is.
Muddy River's in the house. Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing fine, brother. Happy New Year.
Muddy River.
Kelsey Thomas is in the house.
Yeah, my Kels is she's up in Big Stone out in Ortonville.
Oh.
She's one of my favorite lakes. That I
It's a
like to fish on.
great lake.
Oh yeah, summer and winter.
Such
Have
a good lake
blast with
for
our
like
family.
big bluegill. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, we taking her kids out and her husband. We go out and find some secret spots, and it's kind of cool to catch some fish that I probably never would have caught before. My personal best pike, kind of like
And
the
it's-
one that's out on your front entry.
I like it more because it's the start of the Minnesota River. You know.
She's talking about Brian Southern Pike.
What is that like? Lacaparo?
What? Big Stone?
Oh, Big Stone. Okay.
Ortonville. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Ortonville.
It's the headwaters
So-
of the Minnesota.
Yeah, you can fish either side, which is kind of cool. I just experienced that with these guys. Kelsey is probably the first time I ever got to experience that half and half. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Am I fishing 2 rods here or 3 rods here? So pretty cool place to fish. But
What is the rules on that?
I think with us, it's still 2. I think it's 3, Kels. I think it's 3 with them because it's half. I mean, it's open. Border waters.
Does it depend on what side of the lake you are, or since it's border water, you
I
can
think
use
it's border
the
water.
more?
I think it's both.
Okay, so you can use their rules.
Yeah. Last year, or a couple of years ago, I caught 2 perch at one time with 2 open water rods. It was crazy. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I got to experience that on the Minnesota River catching walleyes because we get to use 2 rods now. So I was double jigging.
Yeah, which
That was
will be
pretty
going
awesome.
out next week, I'm sure, or even tomorrow, maybe. So much for that invite. But early ice. I mean, it's been rough. It's really been rough in this season. I haven't been able to get out as much. Had to go like 4 hours north just a couple weeks ago.
Going back to that with Dan, his invites are 5 minutes before he leaves.
Perfect.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Give me a half
Well,
hour. I'll meet you there.
that's how I decided to go fishing today. I'm like, well, I got off at 12:30. I could either go sit at Lisa's or grab my ice fishing gear and do something productive. And that was good. We went out on the river, me and my brother. My brother took one way. I took the other way. We met at a spot. He checked a spot, and we were just kind of checking ice and the fish's attitudes. We can tell a lot. We fish out there religiously.
How many inches is there?
There was probably 8.
Wow.
And I was in 22 feet. So
that's great.
And I was, if we get a couple more inches of snow, I'm snowmobile all the way.
Wow.
Were you guys fishing South Carolina or what?
What?
Were you guys fishing? I'm asking Dan if they were fishing South Carolina. Is that where you're at 22?
Oh yeah, that's where we met. Gotcha.
Figured so.
I'm with you.
Yeah, well, I'll have to get out there.
Tails, California.
What Kelsey says, no border water, so they can go straight.
So it was good. I caught
no more. Yep.
30 walleyes today. I think my biggest was 18.
Awesome. We got some cutters.
Yeah, I threw them back, but
yeah, I don't know if I'd eat them out of the river.
Oh, they're just fine.
They're better in the river than any lake in the metro area in terms of like toxins in the meat.
Yeah, mercury content. It's for sure like just think of all the lakes around here that have all these rich houses and these lush green lawns that all rolled right into the lake.
Extra fertilizer.
And it has nowhere to go. Yeah, at least in the river, it keeps flowing. It all ends up in Louisiana.
I know a Billy. Oh, Billy.
Is that Billy?
Billy Rub.
Billy Rub?
Yeah, Billy Rub, like the stuff you have out in the front. The Miracle Rub.
I didn't make that connection.
Yep, he's my fishing partner too.
Come here.
We've done some tournaments.
How am I gonna go over there, dummy? If I'm over here.
Yeah, Luke, we're in Carver. We can't come over there.
Yeah.
Quit yelling at us.
Yeah.
Dog, he was looking sad.
So you say Billy's your new partner in the?
Well, we fish together. We've done some tournaments together. We've become real close friends. Love his product. I was never a plastic girl over the years, and he taught me a lot about his baits. They're infused. Protein infused. And so I don't use much live bait anymore. It's mostly plastics. Really? Yeah, between clam and Billy Rub, that's what I pretty much use. It's very rare that I use meat.
I got into his it's like a milk white ribbed plastic with a chartreuse tail. I got into some heavy walleyes on that thing. I need to get more of those. They're all gone. So
well, then maybe I know somebody.
Think he's in chat.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe we could hook you up. But no, we're probably fishing, I think, this summer together in another league. He's looking.
It'd be nice to have him on the podcast.
It'd
be nice to have him on the podcast.
Oh, he would love them. He's a great guy. Great guy. Love his products.
I like to pick his brains on his designs. I think they're great.
He's usually, if you come up with something, he can do it. I mean, if you're looking for a custom color, he can do it. I mean, he's very precise. He works with a lot of pros.
Oh, so he shoots them himself?
Yes. All his stuff he does in his basement.
Oh, okay. I thought he had somebody else doing for him.
No, he does all his own stuff.
Yeah.
Packages and everything himself. So
Yeah.
We're gonna get them big.
I just packaged. I want to say over like 200 tungsten jigs. Suckiest thing ever. Suckiest thing
Did
ever.
you
not
make
really.
some with some weight? Are they?
No, they're just the pamphlets. Yeah.
Well,
We're not gonna get those. Too
All right,
large.
anyone out there? All right, how about Billy? A tungsten jig. I need it to be ½ ounce and as small as you can make it.
well, for that you got to go with macular tackle.
I don't really know. I just want it to be small and heavy so that
Well, you know,
that
what are
the
you looking
current
for?
doesn't take it
Corey
away.
said that he can buy it.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
some. I'll give them to you. Come, just meet me sometime.
We'll have to see what you're looking for too, because I mean I know Clam's got a lot of drop kicks too that are really nice that I use.
I need heavy.
Yeah,
I got
there's
½
one
ounce
heavy.
tungstens.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one.
Really?
There you go.
Man, too bad you're stuck at home forever now.
Yeah, too
You can
bad.
come here and grab some. I have a whole bunch of blank ones too.
You get your
They're actually 13
spray
millimeter.
can out. Get your little spray can out and spray them.
Oh, 13 millimeter is a good size.
That is a good size.
Yeah. 13 millimeter is a good size.
Milligram.
It might even be 15. They're pretty big, but they're tungsten and they're heavy as crap.
Wow.
Does that mean 15 grams?
No, they're millimeters. That's a measurement of distance.
Oh,
I don't know
That's
what
fair.
that equivalents to, but it's over ½ ounce. I can tell you that.
What's Brad asking? We're talking about. I said I have to buy all new gear, and I'd rather give it to a small business. What's Brad?
Brad Cross is the gentleman I took out flathead fishing to get his first flathead ever.
Wow. Oh, I remember
How'd he
that.
do? And he got
Huh?
it.
He caught it. He caught
Yeah,
channel cats because
This is no disrespect to Brad. He tried. He was working and working and working. He fished for 6 weeks straight on the Minnesota River trying to catch a flathead. He didn't catch one. I got him one in 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's like we ever get a muskie. I need a muskie just like Nikki. Were you going to do that for us in 5 minutes too?
probably.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nikki. I'm trying really hard.
Go to Tonka and fish for bass. You'll get a muskie.
Well,
That's usually how it works.
yeah. It's
Hey.
otherwise, yeah. Bill's good about plastics. I know
Yeah.
Clam. I use a lot of their Mackie plastics. A lot of the new one that they came out with, the Tika Flash. That's a new one that they came out with. I use quite a bit of this early ice. Just chow it. They just the crappies just hit it.
So the Tika minnow is like the small swimmer, right?
The Tika
It's got the
Flash.
treble on the bottom.
We're talking about the Tika Flash or the Tika minnow. There's two different. ones.
I know what the Tika minnow is. I think. Yeah.
Yep. And then it's got the hook on the back and
Yep,
the
yep.
treble. And then the Tika Flash. It looks like a little tiny crank.
So that's a Tika minnow.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's a Tika minnow.
Yeah.
And then the Tika Flash has got a little blade on it, and it looks like I said, a tiny little crankbait. And then it's got the treble hook on there.
Oh.
And this pink Wonder Bread and the Wonder Bread are like killing it right now in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Dude, how big do those get?
132.
Can I get that
Well, they
in?
can get 132.
Can I get that in ½ ounce?
And then you can get it in
Like
330 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest that they get.
I got the
know-
hookup for those in ½ ounce too in a
Yeah.
different company.
Okay,
They're
now we're
starting-
talking.
I know some
What
people were
company?
asking about going bigger.
You gotta go bigger.
You gotta
That looks
go
like a
bigger.
sweet walleye bait.
Yeah, I know a lot of people asking
Well,
John.
I mean, there's other baits that. I
Clam's
feel-
not the innovator of that bait.
No.
There's
no.
other ones. They make them up to like 1 ounce, dude. They're super heavy
Doesn't Kendrick's make one too?
Like the Tika minnows or the Tika Flash?
with the blade, the flash.
The
Tika
Flash.
I think Kendrick's makes one too.
They do.
But yeah, there's another one too that was very popular. But for some odd reason, the Clam one is it, and then also the pinhead,
The pinhead is
Johnny
my.
pinhead.
Oh man, I can't tell you hands down. I pinhead all the way. If I had to choose one bait ever to fish with, is a pinhead.
Show me the pinhead.
I don't
Let's
have
see
picture
it.
of the pinhead. I don't have one.
What kind of
Pinhead.
preparation do we have?
Hold on, she
Hang on, hang
brought
on.
samples.
I brought prizes with, and I
Yeah.
have what's one in. here.
Prizes.
Yeah, I got prizes for if. So here's what a Tika Flash looks like.
Looks like one.
Think you could bring some prizes to my house?
No,
Is that cool?
No, you got to be in studio,
I
dickhead.
don't know if you get-
So this is a pinhead.
That's a pinhead.
That's the golden orange. That's one of my go-tos that I use. Otherwise, a chartreuse.
Chewy.
A jointed one once in a while, but otherwise it's pretty much straight. I use a 16 ounce. They do have a 32nd.
That's
It's
a ticket,
small.
huh?
Yeah.
For panfish,
For panfish, for crappie.
and then you put a wax
You
worm.
can tip. It depends on. Normally, I don't even put bait on it. We normally don't. So if you watch like the Crappie Chronicles on our episodes, the episode that I was part of, we use the Tika Flash and the pinheads, and we don't use bait the whole thing, unless they're super finicky. I might tip it with larvae or minnow head.
Is that because you're trying to show how good the product works?
They see it as a minnow, basically. It's just like to me, it looks like a dying minnow. You don't think it works, but I'm just
No,
telling you,
I understand that,
holy
but
cripes, it works.
but putting live bait on anything, I am a huge fan of.
I want you to try. You're gonna take that, and you're gonna try it, and then you're gonna. I'm just gonna convince you that they work.
You telling me I gotta go pan fishing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Huh.
I got to go walleye fishing. Jeez. But yeah, so on my
It'll be a cold day in March when I use that after walleye is
So,
closed.
I fish in the UPL, the Ultimate Pan Fishing League, and so a lot of times I have a drop kick, or I usually go to a pinhead.
Okay.
It depends on the situation, I guess. I want to say, in color wise.
Sure.
Um,
when does UPL start?
Actually, we were supposed to have a tournament last weekend, and we couldn't because the lake, it just wasn't safe. And we could have probably walked out, but there was still some sketchy spots. So we actually canceled that one, and our will be the 28th.
Just adding one to the end or something?
We just missed one. We have normally a 4 a year.
Yeah.
And then, so we'll just go down to 3. So the pots just get a little bit bigger. But this one we'll be able to hopefully have our wheelers out this, just going to be safe. But the best thing about it, I'm so glad, because a couple of years ago we fished in the -20 with a 30 below wind chill. It was brutal. And that's kind of what I was thinking with this last wave that we just had. And I just looked at this, the weather. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like 35,
30, 40. Yeah.
It's gonna be hot. But
Who's your team, your partner?
this year, I have Dave Thomas. He fished last year with a buddy, Pat Conroy, and my son I fished with last year, Alex. I don't know if you have a picture of him. And but this year he decided mom was a little intense, kind of took the kind of serious, which you
That's
kind of
fine.
have to. So we came in 12th last year, which was pretty good.
Out of how many teams?
Out of 30. But
That's
only,
pretty good. It is.
I think 2 didn't even complete it, so maybe out of 28. So it's been a lot of fun, I'll tell you that.
And is that just in Minnesota?
Yeah, it's in Minnesota.
Okay.
We stay within the metro area, like 60 miles,
Mhm.
because we have people that are all over. We do have had people from Michigan come and from Iowa. So we do get a variety of sticks. I mean, there are some people that are very intimidating to me, but that's what pushes me as an angler to strive to be better. I watch how they fish, what they look at. Again, I go back to the Chronicle boys. One of them was somebody that I really looked up to for a long time, and I watch how they look at maps and how they break things down, like Google Earth to Navionics to how they go to lakes that no one's ever goes to and how to break it down. So I take that kind of information and take it to a lake, and I just really enjoy figuring that stuff out.
Yeah, they're intense. This is the first year I've been playing them in the shop, and I watched all their seasons already, and they're pretty intense, dude.
They are hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, James told me about them and Scotty. You know, that's the first time I heard about them, and I think Luke mentioned them to me too. But they're pretty intense the way they you know. There's a couple episodes where they change locations, and it's like. It's not like a location down the road. It's like a location on the other side of the Twin Cities. They're intense. I would like to meet them someday.
Yeah, they're a great group of guys. Really, honestly, they're very genuine. you know, one thing, you know, everyone, where you fish, we know where you fish, but they're not going to tell you because obviously everybody would go and overdo it.
That's
But
just the role with everybody. It's
Right.
but I do ask a lot of questions.
Luke taught us that.
Yeah, it's just I just learned to watch how they fish, and I learn a lot from them. So it's nice to be part of that group and actually being part of an episode with them. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you were with
two other girls
yeah.
I met. We actually were on a photo shoot for Relevant, and then we actually ended up joining up with the Chronicles and did one with them. And kind of been bugging Bart a little bit, like, you need to have women in there. And so he finally listened to me. Yes, Bart, you did. But anyway, I ended up meeting Morgan Blood, and then Dev from Dev Outdoors. Great ladies. We had a great time fishing, and with those guys actually watching us fish, critiqued us to make us a little bit better. So that was a lot of fun.
Did they?
Huh?
It's the best part about fishing. No matter how good you are or how good you think you are, someone can always teach you something.
Oh, absolutely. I've just like this whole UPL thing, just being the only female.
So go back to that. So like, what did they tell you? Like, did they say like, you know, the way you're holding your rod is the way?
I went from Griff made fun of me a little bit. How I was holding my rod. Try it this way, or try this kind of rod. Or try slowing down your bait, try a different bait, try this. So they're not like, you're totally doing it wrong. They're more like, want you to learn the proper.
So they're like Luke.
Yeah, pretty much do it this way or don't do it at all. No, I'm just kidding.
That's pretty much Luke.
They're genuine. They're very genuine and very, very willing to help. Pink's a good cook.
I was pretty nice to you, Chewy, when I was teaching you.
Yeah, but you didn't make me fucking crappy hamburgers. Those look good.
But yeah, I always try and learn from those guys, and then I take that information and I love to teach youth. I love to take the kids out, going from never being on ice to wanting them to come back. Like, when can I come back again? I actually helping the Three Rivers this weekend about try fishing. So I'm going to go out and help kids learn how to fish.
Yeah, you know, in Monte, we get a lot of women. They go in the shop and they go and they pick their stuff and they talk about, you know, like, oh, I need something that's going to give me the edge on my husband, and they're really into it. I mean, they know their stuff, and every time they come in, I'm thinking, maybe this is something that we can have Amy, you know, join us one day and get them all together and go out to, you know, Greenleaf out there and you know, have them learn from you or you know, hang out with them. It's really intense. It's a different vibe than Carver because there's lakes, so it's a whole different group. It's really weird.
But it's okay. I mean, like, some parents, one thing I do like to do though sometimes parents can be intense with their kids and they're, you know, come on, you're doing it wrong, and I sometimes have to take their parents and push them away and let them be them and let them learn fishing themselves, kind of get the hang of it and all that. And then the parents come back and like, thank you so much. I'm like, well, I just took 5 years of your life, you know, back because you were stressed with your kids. So it's fun. I absolutely love to take, like I said, the information that I've learned and help kids and take what I learn and pass it on, even to women too. With the women anglers, you know, we've learned so much from each other. So it's fun. And then I take it to the UPL, and then now it's intense because now I'm fishing against these great people. I mean, there's some intimidating people that I didn't think I would ever do, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you don't.
What makes them intimidating? They're just their gear?
They catch the fish. I mean, I can go, there's two people that I fish with that I can never catch fish with. It doesn't matter. They can sit there and just go like this with me, and they know who they are. They can sit and catch fish. And then I watch how these guys do it too. They just sit and catch fish. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, they swear to God, they have a horseshoe somewhere. But
that happens too.
Yeah. But then I learned to calm myself down a little bit and not allow that. So I pushed myself to do some tournaments. Like, there's one coming up called King of Panfish. There's 75 teams, I think now. I think he made it to. And I'll be fishing against some pretty tough people, intense. But that's what's fun about it. No one's like, you can't fish. Why are you here?
Do you know what lake that is?
Yeah.
So they give you a heads up.
Yeah.
So you could just be tearing that thing apart right now.
We pre-fishing it. We're checking it out. I've been on the lake once.
Can you tell me?
I don't know why not. I think it's in Star Lake
Okay.
up in Ottertail area. I fished on it a couple times, but we'll pick it through. I mean, it's going to be 75 teams, so that's 150 people. So,
And that's any panfish then?
it's I believe it's crappie, sunny, and perch weight.
Okay.
Total weight of 10. I'd have to re-look again with this.
So then, like, what are the hours?
I think it's like 8 to 2. Same thing as kind of like ultimate.
So do you do like crappie in the morning and then switch over to sunfish?
I guess whatever's hitting. I mean, there's some places where sometimes where I've had to go and get sunnies first. You wouldn't think so, and then crappies later.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just based on the lake. I mean, it sounds weird, but
And why is that?
I don't know if it's the day or how the lake is laid out. I don't know. I've had luck sometimes just going to get all my sunnies first and then go and get all my crappies.
But do you move location?
Yes.
Do you move out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the goal is
I
to
thought it
catch
was like
your.
the same location.
No.
The goal is to catch 15 sunnies.
Yeah.
10 crappies.
No, it's 7 for the Ultimate Pan Fishing League. It's 7 and 7.
Okay.
So 7 crappies, 7 sunfish, 7 gills, and then the bonus fish. So once you get 7 and 7, then you can get either a crappie or a sunny.
Okay.
But you mostly want to kind of get crappie because it has a little more weight. But
yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
so we usually get a full bag, but it's this year I'm excited to get back out because the early ice just really messed up this whole area, and it's just glare ice. So
then do you have to make up that date?
yeah, well, we didn't make it up. We just eliminated.
No, they're just gonna make the pots bigger.
We eliminated. We were gonna do Tonka, but he ended up changing it, so we're not gonna do Tonka this year. So this year I think we're going to East Rush.
And Tonka would have been fun. That's one I would get down
It's
on.
a lot of fun. I liked it last year. At first, I didn't like it. I was intimidated with that one too. Again, I just saw such a big body of water, and then I actually really liked it. But it's been glare ice. So like my machine last year, my wheeler, I actually ended up redoing it, vamped it up a little bit, make it look a little.
Got some studs.
Let me see that. Take a flash. That Wonder Bread.
My wheels were like more for mudding. And now I actually went to Cannon Sports and they hooked me up with some new tires, some all-terrain. So now my friends can't make fun of me and call me donuts because when I took off last year, Alex, when I took off, it was a spin cycle. So it was horrible. So now it's
Didn't you lose a bunch of shit too?
That tournament, yes, I think I didn't lose it on that, but later in the day I lost my live scope and that was yard sale back. So yeah, that was an expensive one. But Cannon Sports has been helping me with that, and that was really nice of them. New rims and new tires for right now to try them out and see if I like them. And I'm loving them. I haven't done any spins yet. I just amazed how I can go down to like 4 pounds of air in a tire. You'd think it's flat, but it's so closer to the ice.
Right.
It's just
there's more surface area.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited for that. And pimped my ride.
I'm excited as well. I got a new snowmobile. I'm sorry, everyone. That's probably why we don't have any snow.
Probably.
Didn't you have a nice snowmobile already?
No, I got it this fall.
Yeah, it's the same one I saw.
Yeah, probably.
That's your new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yep. Got it running. She goes. Now I just need a couple more inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. Just
Yeah,
set myself
Well,
up.
it's supposed to rain next Wednesday, so that ain't slush and rain ain't gonna help you again.
It'll be
What's
fine.
Nikki's
We'll see how it
bringing
goes. Though.
potato skins.
Huh?
I'm reading Nikki's comment. She's telling Greg she's bringing potato skins.
For the castle. Oh, that's what she says. That's right. But otherwise, yeah, it's been fun actually. It's been a fun year. I've actually done quite a bit. Met these clowns more and more. Luke's gonna take me out catfishing. Dan's gonna take me out walleye fishing. Chewy's just gonna.
I'd invite Luke, but I know
I'm not
he's
going
not
anywhere.
walking to South Carolina.
Nope.
Oh boy, you got to
You
get.
have before.
I have
I doubt it.
snowmobile. I snowmobile to it.
Well, other groups that part of WISE is like the S2S, which is Sun to Snow, which is a lot of fun.
Well, you're not taking Amy there. You're not taking Amy there, are you?
Maybe.
Why can't I go?
I'm
Are you just jealous, or you
no,
just don't want to
I'm not
watch?
jealous.
It's too cold
That's
for
where
you.
I met. I met Tara at South Carolina spot.
Well,
Is that when you went to go pick her up?
Yeah, it's the first time I ever met her.
What do you mean?
I met her at that spot. That's the first time we ever met.
from that moment,
Yeah.
Well, I picked her up in a parking lot.
wow, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Then I took her to the corner.
Okay.
Okay, this is getting really weird.
Well, Dan knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to know.
That was
anything.
Oh, Jesus
It was
Christ.
pretty clever too. It took me about a minute to realize what he was saying.
Oh boy.
Richard. Oh, Rick's in the house, my buddy. Yep, I'm going to go with him. Gonna go fish sturgeon on the Croy.
Yeah, that sounds fun too. It's probably frozen enough.
You know, oddly enough, I didn't sturgeon fish once this fall. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I caught a state record last year. Why go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate you sometimes.
I was talking. It's funny. It's funny that Chris has said that. I've been talking to him back and forth a little bit. Yeah, the craziness down there, all that storm stuff that hit down there. He said a bunch of shrimp boats got wrecked and stuff, which is pretty sad. Yeah, I'm sure there's not much ice down there, Chris.
Well, hell, it was 18 degrees in Dallas the last football game.
Yeah.
Might have caught some ice
How
down
was
there.
those
That
Packers?
must have felt really, really cold. When it gets cold in Texas, it feels really, really cold.
A dry cold
Worse, yeah,
Yep.
it's the worst cold. It's I hate it.
and windy.
No.
Yeah, like we can be over there in the summer or let's say fall, and then in the daytime it'll be 70, 80. Then at night it gets down to 50 and 40. It's a different beast. It feels worse than being in Minnesota. I'd rather be back in
No.
Minnesota.
But it's the same thing. You just think that because it's so hot in the daytime.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's really, really hot, and then all of a sudden it's really, really cold, so it really shocks you.
Hey, wait a
Yeah.
second, Brandon. We need to talk, Brandon, a little later about Rush. Maybe there's something more that I need to know.
Brandon's pretty good at that fishing stuff.
Yeah, I'm going. We're going up this weekend. We're gonna go up this weekend and do some pre-fishing there. Why not? Nothing else better to do, right? Go fish.
No, I got a lot to do.
You don't got to drive anywhere.
I know. Just there. Yeah. Partner and I are gonna run up there. And then hopefully find some extra spots that no one else does. I mean, it's pretty much a community.
Yeah, make sure you kick your holes in.
Yeah, I do that every time. The last lake I was on just a couple weeks ago, I did the same thing. I see everybody sees me catching fish and I just start filling my holes. I hate that. I really do. You can't even just have fun fishing and then everybody's like right on your spot.
Yeah, I was walking down the river, like heading toward Carver, and I could see this Suburban watching me. And I'm like, fuck. Then he goes around, turns around by the access, comes back up that little hill and stops right on by the path and watches me some more. And I'm like, what does this guy want? And then I get to my truck and he's driving past me. He's already on his phone. I'm like, fuck. Here we go. You know, like they know that people are always so scared of the river. They don't know if the ice is good. They need to see somebody else out there. They'll only follow tracks. They're not going to be the first people.
No, it intimidates me a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you fished it your whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, somebody like me
I mean,
going
you
out
grew
there,
up-
to me, I think the flowage of the river is constantly
Oh, yeah.
He
flowing,
was out there on the
so-
ice when he was 5 years old. I mean, it's different.
It's really cool out there right now too. Like the middle of the river's almost a foot higher than the edges of the river. So I don't know what's happening. Like the middle's high and then both the edges busted off. So like the river's, I don't know. Would that be getting higher? I don't really
this is
know.
a
It doesn't make
geologist.
sense to me.
Why is that happening?
It's because the
You'd have
river
to-
went up.
The river went up and the
That's all.
banks are keeping, or the ice against the bank is keeping the water in.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes kind of sense.
Hmm.
But when you go out there, you'll see it. It's wild because the middle of the river is like 6 inches higher than the edges, and it's totally drops off. I lost my luggage going
See,
down.
I get freaked out. I mean, I'm so afraid to fall.
And that's the best. That's fucking why I love it. I didn't see a single person.
I mean,
And that's the thing about the
go and
river.
fish.
Being scared of falling through the ice on the river. If you're in the current and you fall through and don't catch, you're dead.
Well,
Done.
thanks.
100%.
I mean, 100% all the time you're dying. That's the shitty part.
yeah.
It's the risk you take.
Yeah.
I mean, I go and take chances on 2.5, 3 inches of ice. I mean,
Where
Danny and
he's
I just
fishing,
did
where
that.
where Dan's fishing, once you're there in that spot, you're good because you're fishing more of the slack. Well, you're kind of fishing current edge too, but you can fish the really slow stuff and still catch fish too.
Yeah.
It's just not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
with a pinhead.
all the crap piles in the
I don't
slow
know if the
spots.
pinhead would work.
You get your
Yeah.
schools of
That'll
carp,
work.
schools of sheephead,
Like 100
schools
yards
of
now.
catfish, whatever.
Schools of Chans, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I need to go and get mine now because I didn't get I missed my specialty award, angler specialty of the year, because I didn't know the difference between a flathead and a channel.
Oh, I remember
I
that.
laughed a little bit with that.
I was bummed a little bit, but hey, it's a learning experience. I thought it was a
So-
blue or flathead, and it was actually a channel.
Oh.
And I had to go and try and catch them. Once I caught it, I was like, woohoo, I got it. And then it was the wrong fish, wrong species,
Ouch.
wrong length that I needed. So, but that's why I'd like to go and, I mean, I've already got a
See-
big sturgeon. That was
see,
cool.
Do you want to
Chris.
catch
what I
a
mean?
giant flathead through the ice?
I would love to.
Shut up, Dan.
Why do you have to shut up?
Because it's illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, not if we're fishing for walleyes.
Oh, the
They're
walleye.
they're
Well, but you
wintering
gotta
right
be good.
now.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all like layered up on each other, and they always go to the same spot.
Yeah.
But there happens to be walleyes at that spot too.
Right up.
And
Above
according
them,
to
right?
Luke, if you wake one up, it'll jump out of the water and kill itself.
You can't get one to bite if you tried.
no.
It's just like that one fish I showed you guys from the Amazon. Remember that one?
Is it the cacahuate?
Yep. the
Yeah.
Gorilla.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I would like
It's a
to
beast.
the next couple of weeks, or maybe the next couple of months, I'd really love to go down to Florida. I told Luke this. I'd love to go down and get a peacock bass. That's where
They're fun. I was catching it behind the pancake house
Oh, I just
That was the
want to
funnest thing ever.
So
Okay.
bad.
until I thought I was going to get mugged by 2 Cubans, but they were actually saving my life.
And then you realized they spoke the same language as you and you were cool.
I didn't understand what they were saying. Totally different language.
How'd they save your
Cubano?
life?
What are they? Are they alligators or crocodiles?
Alligators.
So I didn't know. You hear that there's alligators, but I never seen one. So there was one creeping up on me, and I didn't notice. And the dude saw it, and he stopped me. He's like, "Hey, don't move." And I was like, "Ah."
What do
No
you do?
move. That's
Well,
Not
he didn't
don't
say
move.
why though. He didn't.
But why do they tell you don't move?
I don't know.
No,
He just said he
You
like.
run like hell.
But it went really
Yeah,
fast. It went really fast, and I looked at him, and I thought I was gonna get mugged or something. So I'm looking to see what I got. I know I have a knife somewhere, and I'm looking. And then he's all like, he threw something, and then that's when I saw it move. And it wasn't very big; it's maybe 3 feet long, but still scares the shit out of you.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
And that was the end of my peacock evening.
Evening.
That's it. Yeah, I caught
That's it.
4 though. I mean, they weren't
just-
very big, maybe 12 inches, 13, 15. But
I love down in
I
El
thought it was the
Salto.
coolest shit. You're catching them behind the ditch from the pancake house.
Yeah. Well, down in Mexico, down in El Salto, they have it. They're like 10 pounds. They're like huge. It's like it's like a city, a sunken city that they live in, and then you fly in. But I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to go to Mexico right now. Sorry.
I wanted
Yeah,
to
you
go.
don't-
There's nothing wrong with that. I was in Mexico last week.
Okay, but Cancun and
Yeah.
Did you fish?
That's different.
No, I didn't. I had the opportunity. It wasn't that much, but we only had 5 days on there, and I don't know.
5 days, 5 days of drinking, and then 1 day of fishing.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just-
I never got sick of drinking though. So, like we never got bored. We hung out. We didn't do anything. We hung out by the pool. We caught rays. We got drunk, and we enjoyed the no kids. Sorry,
Wow.
kids, if you're listening.
Yeah.
no kids.
No kid.
We probably asked you this the last time, maybe, but how did you get in with clam?
Nicole. With clam, so I started out, I'm gonna say this is my 1, 2, 3. This will be my 4th year with the Ultimate Pan Fishing League. And I started out with one of my girlfriends, Allie, needed a partner.
Mhm.
And so I was with her, and then I think I was starting to catch on why he never was, they were kind of putting me on film or whatever. I don't remember something. I think I was wearing Striker at the time or something. And we kind of like, let's put you in some clam stuff. So I just said, well, maybe I'll just do it with the pro staff or whatever. So I did. And great group. I mean, there's hundreds of us, but you know what? What a great family. I mean, there's a lot of camaraderie in that too as well. You need to go fishing. I need to learn how to walleye fish. You just ask them, and they're like, I'll take you out. We learn all the products ourselves. You know, we do test everything. We give our, you know, fair answer of what we like. Like this is like, yes, this.
But do you get this season ahead or years before?
We do get to try stuff prototype,
Mhm.
you know, the year. That's when we were filming the Chronicles. That's kind of when we couldn't say anything about it. And especially the boys were wearing some of the new suits that are out now. So they get to try it out and see how it works, if they like it, you know, what don't they like about it, that kind of stuff. So
See, why does that work that way with clam? With Northfin, Scotty gets a new suit, but it's from 5 years ago.
I don't know how they work.
I don't know. All I get is free hats.
But I mean, I mean, a lot of people sit there and say, oh, you make so much money doing this and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't get paid. I mean, I earn stuff, but it's more for me is because I learn a lot. It's not sometimes always about the Benjamins, do I want to say? The knowledge is priceless. So
Yes.
Here's my take on it. This is no disrespect to any companies, because the companies do different things. In my eyes, you should value yourself really high, and the companies should pay you to promote their stuff. Money, 1095.
I do, you know,
Yeah,
I do,
1095.
Luke-wise, I do get some opportunities, I want to say, that most people don't get. So in my eyes, sometimes financial isn't always it. If I need something, there's not been a company that said, no, I can't do it for you. You know, hey, I need a sponsor for this spring. Are you guys able to do this for me? Sure, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So, I mean,
so
you know what I mean?
You don't get paid, but you get entries paid.
I might get stuff paid for, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like I'm getting paid thousands of dollars or anything, but I do this kind of like on my side deal, but I'm already fishing. I'm already out on the ice. I'm
Mhm.
already doing something that I love and I can share it with other people.
Mhm.
Do I get opportunities like with kids, get to go and fish with people that I would never, people dream to go fishing with certain people. I get those opportunities,
Mhm.
I guess. I kind of look at it. And then I've built so many great friendships over it. I have met the most amazing people. Like I said, this past year I have done so much than I have ever done in a long time. And pretty grateful for that. I guess I can't really put a price on it, but I do understand what you're saying, Luke. I mean, I am pretty valuable. I know. Just kidding.
No, you are, and that's different. You're getting opportunities, and you're getting out there doing stuff with these companies. But there's so many companies taking advantage of people and getting the cheapest advertisement you could ever give, giving someone a discount on a product. I mean, they're literally not losing any money to that. They're not paying anything out to that, and
Agreed.
it's happened over the years. It hasn't always been like that, and
Luke
that's
10.
why, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot. People like Amy and the elite people. There's a lot of value in you guys, and just never forget that.
I never not think that I'm not valuable. I guess I put it myself. Where would I be today? I mean, look where I've come, Luke. I mean, I would say 5 years. I've been. I'm going to say this. I'm not saying I'm a pro angler. I'm an angler that's learning every day. But I didn't know very much. I didn't know how to use a Vexilar. I didn't know anything about a Garmin. I didn't know what a mono versus floral was or braid. I just figured, you use a long open water fishing pole to go ice fishing with. I didn't know.
I've only
It's-
known the superstar Amy, so I don't know the other one.
Well, exactly. See?
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding.
Luke, are you gonna stay awake for the rest of this, or
Am I boring?
You know,
you?
I'm not gonna lie. I've been up 10 times
He's-
every single night for the last week. Let him
He-
watch him. Last
He's
night,
fuck-
dog
he's
puked
fucking
on my
laying-
pillow.
he's fucking laying down? He's never coming back into studio.
Yeah, exactly. But also, I've also another thing too. I was gonna say, Wise. I've been invited to some things that, like some tournaments that a lot of people don't get invited to.
Mhm.
So it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna say that, Luke. Kind of like you're gonna take me out fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we talked about that? The special, when we go out catfishing.
Oh
What,
yeah,
in
we
Ju-
talked about that.
in June.
I don't know when it is.
June.
Spring by
What's in
June.
June.
Is that what it is?
Mm.
I just,
Mhm.
I'd like to go out one time. Another thing too is, people share stuff with me, like spots and stuff, and I'll never say it. There's just no, why? So if you
You
Luke can
can't
take
get
me
to
out,
my
I'll never.
spots. You ain't getting to my spots anyway, so
I'm
I don't
gonna
even
sit
care.
this. I'm gonna
I
sit this.
could bring you to Luke's.
Yeah, I'll just get the suburban.
Luke's spots are John Kimball's spots, and I have the yellow boat marked everywhere.
Oh, boy.
What are you? You're laughing, but I'm right.
You only know that stretch, though. Come on now.
Which one? Jordan to Chaska? Yeah.
Jordan
you're
to Belle
probably right.
Plaine. You don't know that one.
Oh, not really. Jordan to Shakopee down by Valley Fair. I got pretty good though.
Hey,
Oh.
yeah, that's something Matt we'll have to ask Matt about that. I think he's pretty much got his plate pretty full. I know Relevant took over the walleye circuit, so you can get onto that if you wanted. Luke is ready for a nap.
Yeah, you're right, Derek. A baby taking care of a baby.
Yep. But
Who said that?
I see that.
Oh,
Pinche
Pinche
puto. Cállate.
Pinche chillón.
Pinche chillón.
I don't know. Other things like I've just been learning different stuff, different rods. I love my rods.
In Monty, we were playing Sobe fishing. I think it's
Sam,
Sam.
Crazy
Yeah.
Sam, yeah.
So we were playing him, and then one of the guys made a comment and said, "Well, I can do that too if I get paid, whatever." And then they started talking, and then one of the guys mentioned Luke and said, "Well, yeah, Luke too. Luke gets paid." And I'm like, "No, you don't. Luke don't get paid anything. He gets, he gets a little something from one of the persons he represents, but other than that, every video that you see that he goes out and he records, it's a finance that all that finance that it takes to get there, whether it be gas, whatever it is, it's all Luke. He can't never ever make enough off of that to be able to sustain that. I said, so when he's bringing you those videos, it's all Luke.
Mhm.
Nothing, no one's paying him anything to do those videos.
That's
That's
true.
what you're wrong. That's what you're wrong. I says, did you ever have you ever seen the video where Luke starts the video and he starts off with a sponsor or ends with the sponsors? He'll maybe every now and then mention them, but if you look at his videos, you never see that.
Mhm.
But everybody's so
It's not true.
different where they are in the media world.
And I
Really,
don't-
social media. everybody's got their platforms. That is his only job, I believe.
Well, I think that they see these guys like local YouTubers or Wisconsin YouTubers, whatever it is, and I feel that they categorize them as bass fishermen. Those guys do get sponsored. Those guys do get they get paid. That's how they make a living. They grind on that. These guys don't. That's bullshit. Amy doesn't. You have a full-time job.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well,
No,
Sam
it's-
definitely makes a living on YouTube.
But
Yeah.
like I said, some people that's their life though. That's what they choose to do.
That's their
his
job.
That's his job.
Right.
That's what he does. Would that be my job to live like what Sam does every day? He's great. He's character. He can come up with some stuff. I just come up with I'm eating top the tater in my ice fish house. Don't you know? I just come up with the silliest bored stuff in 2 hours versus he comes up with some amazing stuff. And he gets paid for that. So he is quite a character. He's pretty knowledgeable. But, again, who wouldn't like to get paid for what they do, what their worth is, and But I feel in the long run, sometimes watching a kid smile or someone catching a fish or enjoying what they do is worth to me, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. I'll go back to, I think one of our first podcasts, we had Chris Flores on, and I was like, how do you like do your videos and how do you like take your kids fishing? Because he loves taking his kids fishing. He's like, well, to me, there's two kinds of fishing. There's fishing and there's fishing with the kids. So you gotta, he said you gotta learn how to separate yourself from that I want to catch fish attitude and just let the kids have fun.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to tournament style, I'm gun ho. Like,
Yeah.
don't. I'm in my zone. Leave me alone.
Well, even like I go out with my brother, and it's motherfucker. Like I'm gonna catch more fish than you.
Yeah, I'm not that way. I'm more like, hey, like
And-
I've gone out with my man or whatever.
And
he's
we're
like,
this,
"Here."
we're the same though. He'll be like, Danny,
Yeah.
get over here. Come on. I'm
Yeah,
like,
catch a fish or something.
well, yeah, like the bite's hot over here. Come on. You know, like we're both trying to do the same thing, but
Where's Jay asking? I can't see.
It's China tungsten junk.
No, it's not junk.
It's all the
Tungsten's-
same.
It's
tungsten-
pretty much
tungsten-
all this comes from. Sorry, a lot of it comes from.
It all comes from
China.
China.
No,
Tungsten
it
is-
all does.
Everybody. If that's the case, we all sell junk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's
It's hard to avoid
melting.
that, Jay.
Nobody's melting tungsten jig heads in the United States. I can guarantee you
Definitely
that.
not. No.
There you go, Jay.
What?
That's your side.
nobody. That's a tough.
Tungsten.
That's a tough go there.
It is. It's.
If you look up the
Yeah,
melting point, if you guys are curious on why, look up the melting point of lead and then look up the melting point of tungsten, and then you'll understand.
No.
It's crazy.
Well, and also, well, I know we keep bouncing back and forth, but also too, I like being part of groups that, like I said, I'm part of S2S, the Sun to Snow. That's what that means. Like they do veterans this weekend. They take veterans out. I like to try and help that kind of stuff too. They do a lot of stuff to help the community and stuff, which is nice. And that's kind of the thing I like to be part of. Just
And I'm sure
helping.
that's part of the way that you've gained your success is volunteering and doing that
Yeah.
and meeting people and putting yourself
people
out
see
there.
that.
Yep,
Yeah, they
yep.
see that. Capable partners. I'll go and help with clam, and we'll go out and help people that are disabled.
Mhm.
You know, help them fish. I convinced one guy to use plastics versus bait. He's like, nope, no way. And then by the end of the day, he's like, plastics. So it's like, right.
I'd be no way, not a chance.
What are we giving away today?
Yeah, what do we want to give away? Do we want to give a couple lures? Hey, I got a hat.
Ooh, we got a special clam bag.
Yeah, I got my bag. I got a clam hat, an ice armor hat.
Oh, these are awesome. These are the ones that are going out for free at the ice show.
But these aren't free. Jack. Then I got a small jig box.
Oh, I like that.
Remember
So-
these? Look, we sold a lot of these. We
Yep.
can get these.
So there is a couple of my favorite. This one drop kick is my favorite. I use quite a bit. I usually use that. I'll put a silky on there. And a lot of people go silkies, but that's just and Dave came up with this.
Who was it? It asked, was that Jay? Yeah, here you go, Jay. There's some tungsten. What did you say it was? Tungsten junk from Clam.
Oh,
Right there.
Oh, anything with drop, he's in, huh?
yeah.
Drop.
That drop kick is
Drop
that's what I
shot,
use.
drop kick.
Yep,
And
doesn't
I'm not
matter.
always about just
Drop
a clam
slap.
too. I tried. This was another one of my favorites. The Scandia. It's a diamond tip. It's a tiger, fire tiger.
Okay.
I use quite a bit of that stuff. So I mean, I use mostly a lot of clam stuff, but I go old school too.
Hey, hold on.
Remember the demons?
We gotta start the podcast over.
Oh.
Right, missed the beginning.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Look, wake up. We gotta start over.
Whatever.
You missed the beginning.
Oh, Ray. I just got done talking about you. He was my partner the year before Ray. He was my it's so funny. He's like 6'4" and I'm 5'3".
I love it how like I think 60% of these comments are all for Luke to wake the hell up.
Yeah. Wake up, Luke.
Yeah. He's never coming back. Get
No,
used to it.
He's never coming back. It's gonna be virtual for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking this one right here. This is the one I would try.
Tungsten that I ever used.
Pinhead.
Absolutely. I
These
I
are
use
awesome. this and what friskies?
Hmm?
I think they're called friskies.
I don't know where that one.
Yeah, I have to show you. I have them in Monty.
Yeah, I use
These
that
are-
and
There you go. Look, I mean,
then immaculate
Jay,
jackal I
more
do use
tungsten
a little
junk.
bit.
So what do you? Is that like 3-4 pound tests? What do you put on a crappy rig?
Most I'll use is 2,
Yeah,
a 2 pound, and 2 maybe go 3. It's pushing it.
in all mono.
Yeah, and then I mean I've caught some crazy pike on it.
Sure, but
This is how you bring it up too, but
No floral.
it's I don't know. I kind of go both ways.
I have
Good. That's right, Ray.
I got
Discuss.
floral on both my rods right now, and I do not like it.
No,
I'm gonna go back to braid with the mono leader.
mono. Yeah, I don't.
I'm just doing it.
I just a 2 pounder. That's what I'm going to.
Ray, let me ask you real quick. Ray, are they still selling those tiger eyes?
Tiger eyes.
Yeah, you seen tiger eyes? They're probably one of the first clear epoxy. It used to be glass, now it's epoxy. I think it's epoxy. I don't think it's glass.
Fiskars. There you guys.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
Actually Ray was another person that really got into teaching me like schoolie rod.
There it is.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Okay. I don't know. I've never seen that one.
You never seen them?
Mm-mm.
Nor would I
Never
ever use
seen.
that.
Oh, you would use them.
It's so funny how many
They
lures
are
I have in my
Luke uses them all the time.
fishing room, and but I always try. I always say, go out and try different lures. If you don't know
Use
what it
what?
is or what it is, just try it. You know, it's pretty, it sparkles. I buy it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try it, and then it's so funny how it works sometimes.
Imagine if this Take a Flash was tungsten.
So,
Ooh, chartreuse Wonder Bread.
mhm.
Yeah, there's the Wonder Bread and the pink have been my go-tos right now. But they've been
Chartreuse Wonder Bread or white Wonder Bread?
both.
I like the white Wonder Bread.
Mm-hmm.
That's a killer on the river.
But yeah, I have to show my.
Super-
I have to show my
What's
new
your
rod
favorite
now.
ice rod, Amy?
My bullwhip by Tuned Up. And then now Danny Boo got me into a drop shot, which is one by Clam. It's a 20. I like it. I guess it's the ultralight. My bullwhip for sure. I've used it, and then also it's so funny because I have a Shakespeare one. It's like $7. And it's like the cat's meow too. So I mean, I've gone from a $120 rod to a $7 rod. It's so in between. I don't know why, but I guess it's just based on the day or how I'm feeling. I'm more of a sight. I guess certain days, but I'm more of a sight person, so I like to see that tip a little bit.
It looks the same way too. He uses his ugly stick with this $300 pen reel.
Yeah, well, see, I had a schoolie built for me.
See, I'm all about the reel. The rod's one thing, but the reel, the more it seems to me, the more money you pay for it, the less it freezes up and the less you have problems with it.
I've liked the same thing, and I was open a spinning reel,
Mhm.
and I actually went to the Elite Spooler by Clam. I
Mhm.
just absolutely in line, hands down, and people look at me like I'm nuts. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Something about it, I just can't go back to it. If I could use that in the summer, that would love it, but you can't.
That's that like circle looking one, right?
Yep, and it's just you just
Right.
pull
So
it
it's
out.
like the old school, just fucking.
Yeah, but just kind of pull it
stick.
out wise.
What do they call those old ones with like the two knobs? Or those little
the greenhorn.
twiggle
hornet?
sticks, or
Isn't the green hornet like on
Yeah,
Grumpy Old
yeah,
Men?
basically,
Yes. But yeah, what is it? It began on a glass, tuned up epoxy for better strength and ease of production. Chewy, he was answering.
Yeah,
you.
no, I knew they were epoxy. I can tell. Back then they were glass. Because we tried to buy them out a while back. Somebody beat us to it.
Yeah, I actually. But yeah, no, those are my kind of my go-tos of rods, and I think it's just all based on how you. Some people like certain ones. Certain lengths. I like a 28-inch or even a 20-inch. Actually, the smaller the better because of tournament fishing. So
sure.
I like to run and gun. People think I'm crazy. I don't use a shelter. It's very rare that I use one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so if we go out to South Carolina, don't worry about bringing me my shelter.
I'm bringing a fucking shelter.
I don't need a shelter.
I like a
My
place.
hands are so bad.
I like a
already.
place where I can get warm.
Yeah. It's the only thing that stinks about me is I got wind frostbite on my hands.
I mean, it's 12 degrees outside today when I went fishing. So yeah, I'm gonna bring
What's it gonna be tomorrow?
I'm gonna bring a shelter.
That's mild.
12? Yeah, it's not bad.
That's
but
perfect weather to fish.
my buddies wouldn't come.
Oh,
They're like,
gosh.
nope, too cold.
So
No, too far. My brother is
I
like,
was-
yep, meet you down there in 10.
I was looking at the quality of the stitches,
Oh God.
and my friend CJ saw me, and he's like, he texted me and says, "Hey, I saw you checking out." The thing," and
Oh,
I was like, "Yeah,
jeez. Why is everything got to be so critiqued?
I just got a. It's a well-made beanie.
It is.
It is.
It's a warm hat
Yeah.
too.
I don't know why they're getting them out for free, but yeah, look,
They weren't giving them out for free. Actually, I earned for this stuff. and
Chewy
I
listo.
did it.
what's that?
Listo.
So,
Listo?
Tell they land
Mhm.
to score the fish less, and such a spinning reel is better in a deeper water. Yeah, Jay. I mean, like I said, everybody's different. I never have had a problem. I guess based on what you've got for a jig. I fish in 22 feet of water with mine, and I absolutely love it. In fact, I was fishing with it not even 2 weeks ago, and I had no issues of spinning, nothing. So I think it all has to deal with maybe the wind or what jig you got too. I mean, the lighter it is too, it's harder. Take forever to get down.
You run and gun. How do you get your eyelets not to freeze up?
I'm so fast they don't.
Oh, come on.
Chewy down.
Yeah, Kelly. I never use a shelter. It's very, very rare. And they know that.
Oh. Dang it. That means the whole family is listening. Hey, Olsen family.
Yeah. Matt, I do. Kelsey knows this too. I do have a pair of beaver gloves. So they're warm. So I keep my hands warm that way.
Jay, you get the drop kick.
Kelly, are my boys still there? Or are they in bed now?
Oh boy.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you know her?
You were hogging the shelter in green. I was not for Kate. Okay. What was the temperature that day? It was like minus 20. Okay. Those days.
All right, runner
yes.
gunner.
Yeah. I usually run and gunner and whatever, Ray. You know.
That way, Ray.
I sat in there for what? Just to warm up. Don't even. Minus 35. See, yes, that was a horrible day. That was.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go fishing.
We have no choice. I mean, we
No.
do have a choice. We do have a choice to back out of the tournament, but we don't want to. I mean, you just fish. You got to put your stuff to the test. That's what ice fishing gear is for, isn't it?
I like to enjoy ice fishing. Nothing about that sounds enjoyable.
Big time.
Yeah. But anyways, overall, it's a great time. I love it. I love what I do. I have fun.
And you must be good at it because you're moving. You're going up.
Well,
New sponsors. Big sponsors. Scheels, Clam.
it's
Relevant.
yeah, it's been a lot of
Custom
fun.
rods.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, what's next?
You know what?
Ice fishing, Team USA, or what?
I would. You know what? That's intense. That Team USA. I watched it. I don't know if I could hack that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, they're crazy. Have you ever seen them fish?
Yeah,
I thought they got canceled. I thought all that got canceled. Team USA because of whatever happened.
I don't know.
COVID
No, some.
stuff and
I
lead.
can't talk about it 'cause
Stuff and lead down.
Look, it's so mad if I talk about it.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
wait
real
till
sure.
Luke comes back.
I'm not real sure, but yeah.
Luke ain't coming back.
Luke knows what I'm talking about. We'll wait till Luke comes back.
Shut. Whatever.
I'm coming back.
Whenever.
I haven't seen
When your
any of you
dogs-
fuckers come visit me at my new house yet.
Why don't the
Well,
dog
I've been
pee on
busy,
me?
fucker. You know I've been busy.
I still haven't got an invitation. I
You
don't
can come
set
help me
high
do
on it.
construction anytime.
That's not an
He's
invitation.
down for the count. He's down for the count.
He is, man. He's been fun to sleep the whole podcast.
All right, Luke,
Dude,
I'll
I
be
woke
over
up-
in half hour.
I
You
woke
ready?
I woke up last night to my dog puking on my pillow next to my face.
Perfect.
Nice.
and it just gets better from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait till he starts pissing on you.
Yep.
He's earned one treat from me so far.
Wait till he says, "Oh, this guy's mine."
I got him his first toy.
It's true.
Really?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not
What are
his
these
favorite
beanies?
one anymore, but he still likes it.
No, he
Was
doesn't
it one
get
of
a
these
hat.
3 beanies?
No. Yeah. Well, overall, I can't wait to get back out on the ice.
All right.
The
Somebody else.
next 2 months are going to be running, gunning, and tournaments. I can't wait.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. This ice fishing season's been cut in half.
Oh, it's horrible.
So yeah,
It's actually
I
I think the last couple
Somebody-
weeks have got me the blues because of it.
Somebody
have.
ask a good question. We'll give you a choice of either Tika Flash.
What?
You gotta ask a good question though. These 2
Yeah,
babies
not about the
here.
dog.
no, we got to
either.
answer a good question.
Yeah.
And those are hard to
Make a good
find. Those
question.
are sold
Yeah,
out.
we don't have them. I want to keep them selling.
Sold out. Shields is sold out. Clam is sold out. I mean,
Monty's not sold
you
out.
can't find it. Well,
Chartreuse, Wonder Bread, Pink.
maybe they should start coming there more often and picking them up.
Maybe we should
I bet you probably have some more near here too.
move that chap a little closer to town.
Yeah, no. Monty is good. Monty is good. I'm gonna give you the no, Luke.
No.
No,
No,
Luke's
no.
not.
No.
Well, you should.
no.
Well, yeah, I think you should in the future here have a bunch of
See.
people.
What's the best ice rod for crappie? Oh, come on. Ask a better question.
You gotta bring up the push
See,
to
let me
this
see.
shack. Oh, that dog will go right down a hole. Well,
I will do that. I'll do that, Derek.
since
There you
we
go.
have had a late start to fishable ice, is this still considered mid ice or early ice?
Well,
Early
let's not
ice.
read into the ice too much. Let's just talk. It's fishing, you know?
It's- Well, I guess what would you consider it?
It's
I'd
season. It's
say-
season and water temps and their normal
Mid-ice.
schedule. So I would say mid ice.
Mid-ice. Wow.
And
The same thing.
I think that guy deserves a Tika
I
minnow.
mean, we did early
No.
ice already.
You got to come in and spend $10 at the
Know
bait
what?
shop,
Know
and you
what?
can have that Tika minnow for free.
My mom. Mom, there is no fish here, Mom. Right there. WTF? Where's the fish? Mom, there's no fish. I'm not like actually fishing. I'm like,
You go get that pike. and
I love
hold it
my
up.
mom.
Is that you
She's
in
at
her
home.
picture?
Which one? Yes, that is. Oh,
you?
Mom. And my mom was a hottie. She still is a hottie. Yeah, that's in Florida too.
Oh.
That was a picture back then. Okay, Mom, we just switched that.
Pretty tough over here, Luke.
Yeah. What is my favorite silky and show?
I'm holding myself for my favorite
So
jokes
I
right
will
now.
say right now that Dropkick Chartreuse Black, I use a black silky. Otherwise, if I use an old school demon, I will use a chartreuse. So it's the chartreuse white and then a chartreuse silky with it, and then a waxy. I go back to that old school demon
Did you say and a waxy?
and a waxy.
I knew it. I knew you
It
tipped your
depends.
shit.
Oh, I do once, but it's very, very rare.
Spikes. I didn't want to thought of wax.
Gotta have a
But yeah,
something
that
on there.
silky, I
Or
would
a
go
mousy.
chartreuse and black, or even
Sure what
brown.
it is.
Yeah,
Especially
what do
on these guys aren't listening; they're answering the questions
Go.
of depending on the watercolor as well. But yeah, Jay, that's what I want. That was Reg.
What does he get?
Have you ever
Maybe.
used it, Reg? Have you ever used a silky? A lot of people say they don't work. Dave Gens, he
work if you-
swears. Oh, I mean
They
do
work if you put a wax worm on it. I know that.
No, you don't even have to bait it. Said I got to learn how to catch bigger crappies. LOL. You know what? Patience.
All right, here's a
Look
good
for the
question.
weed. Look for the weeds.
There you go.
When would you recommend for the best bait for bluegills when minus 30 degrees? Holy Hannah. Well, I mean, how deep are you? I mean, you got to think about how deep they are.
And then
Like,
B, it's the pressure more than anything, not the temperature outside. It's the water temp's not changing.
correct. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, how deep are you? Because I can catch fish in 22. I catch crappies in 22, or I can catch them in 10. So, I mean, honestly, the bait wise, I just did
Use
the 2 weekends ago, and I
Right.
was in 22 feet of water. And I didn't use bait. So, I mean, it's all, once you get to a lake, you almost have to figure out what they want. I mean, every lake is different. I mean, some lakes, they will not hit a gold, and then some lakes will only hit pink. So, I mean, you got to figure out first. But like you said, yeah, it's not the temperature outside, it's the water and what depth you're at. So I guess figure out what they're looking at. If they're finicky, I would probably tip them with a waxy. I mean, honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
and then slow down, even go even smaller too, even a 2 millimeter jig. And then the shallower.
When it's cold and slow.
Looks
Right.
like
Yeah.
Go small, go small and slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hey
would-
Dan, is Kelly your brother's wife?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, she asked me where the best walleye spots are. I'm glad she's asking me.
What do you mean she just asked you?
She just said in chat, "Where's the best walleye spots?"
Spot.
I'm Luke.
I'll let you,
She said
Kelly. I'll
Luke.
let you know, Kelly.
specifically.
That's
What did?
That's
That's right, Kelly.
I promise you right now, my brother's just fuming. Like, don't you do it, Dan? Don't you do it?
What did Ray ask right there? Ray asked.
It's
Ray
family
asked
dinner
something.
night at the Olson's house, so they're all together.
All baits work. I firmly believe that 30% is what you do is tie on, is 70% is how it's presented to the fish. Correct. Just like I said. I mean, it's all, you got to figure out what you want, what they want.
Arsenal stuff, something's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And something's gonna be best, and it's not. 2 years ago it was pink and white.
When I was fishing today, I was doing these little ones, you know, and I got no reaction. I started doing like 2-foot blips, and these
They hit on the
it's
way.
like
They
shot,
hit it on the way down.
shot.
Yep. They hit it on the
Shot.
way out too.
It was awesome.
I
I got one walleye up to 4 feet below the ice from 20 feet. It's doing the same thing. Boom, boom.
Mhm.
And he just kept getting a little closer. He didn't bite it, but I got it up to 4 feet. That was pretty cool.
Well, going back real fast is this pinhead. I had a gold and silver on a halo, and I just did a tournament last year for the Ice Junkies. And actually, we're doing an Ice Junkies tournament again this year. We have a fallen member of that group, which is sad, and we're doing one. This tournament is for him. But anyways, last year there was 5 of us in a spot, and I had the pinhead of silver gold or silver black again, like I was saying, and I dropped it down, and I caught our limit, and everybody around was drilling the holes and using the same pinhead because I gave it to them because they're like, oh, come on. And I'm like, so like, it's how, you know, how you're jigging or how you're presenting it too, you know? So it's,
Or the spot could be 10 feet away.
it was to be 10 feet away. I could have been on a patch of weed that they weren't,
You know, I mean, it totally is that way. You can move 10 feet one way and all of a sudden get out of the nursery and then you're into bigger
Yeah.
fish.
as they all sat there with their lips on the ground, like, seriously, how they're watching me. I'm all, just make sure my cocktails are ready when I'm done catching them all. My partner. So anyways, I can't wait for it to get out there. I know Ray and those guys are going to have a great weekend helping the vets with S2S, and I'll be out pre-fishing for the Panfish League, and can't wait to do a bunch of stuff with Clam. And have you ever fished Waconia before? And tell us a story on your personal best. On Waconia, I have. We actually filmed for the TV station down there. We did a newscast for them, and that was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna find it.
And best of my personal best. Well, it was crazy. Again, I was with Kelsey. Are you talking ice or are you talking open water? You think it matters?
I don't know. I got an easy.
Hey,
I
guys,
got
before you get-
17 crappie, 28-inch
I
walleye.
got-
Kona. Same
I
night.
gotta go let my dog out, so I'm leaving.
Okay, bye.
All right, brother. Love you, man.
All right.
Have a
Thanks
good night.
for
See you
being a
Monty.
part of this. From
Bye
your
now.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you think if it was through if it's not through the ice real fast? I was on Big Stone with Kelsey, and I needed to get a 730 or a 37-inch pike to get a we have master angler pins or whatever, and I was throwing top water, 2 feet of water, bam, hit a 37.5, I think it was, threw it, pop, whopper plopper, threw it again. Now I've cast it 6 times. I caught 3 fish within that time of my personal best, which was crazy. I don't know. Through the ice, I think another one, my white bass was 17. That was crazy. I caught that down
Waconia?
on French, not on Waconia,
Oh.
up on French Lake. That was crazy to bring that. So, I mean, I have quite a few personal bests. I mean, I'd like to continuing to beat all those, but
Didn't you catch one on the Crappie Chronicle episode?
I didn't. I caught white bass there too, but I didn't. My personal best of my crappie is 14, and I doubled up with my son. He was one of the times my personal best. I caught a 14, and he caught a 12 same time, but I'm going for a 15. And so there's a couple lakes, and I have a couple people that are going to try and help me break that this year because I would love to get a 15-inch crappie. There are 17s and 18s I heard in this particular lake. Who wouldn't want that? But I don't want to stretch it too far.
Mine's 15.
Laconia's
15
got giant crappies.
Yeah.
Mine's 15 and a quarter on the spinnerbait on Gifford, of all places, or Depot, whatever you want to call it. 15 and a quarter.
But there are some lakes around where I live too that have these giant ones that I have never sat and didn't believe how many little lakes there were around me. I was always going north, but like I said, the Chronicles has taught me to explore. So that's what I'm doing this year, and I haven't been able to because of early ice.
One of the tools I use a lot is the DNR Lake Finder.
Oh, that's a good
And
one.
they're stocking. I'm a walleye fisherman, so usually I go by the stocking and what year it was and how much they've done, and a lot like you can learn a lot of their panfish by their trap nets or gill nets or whatever they net, right? And they tell you what they caught, what the size was, what the average was, and I use that as a tool to pick the lakes when I want to go explore. Winter or summer, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just a great tool to use,
which is true. That's a great idea. Even Google Earth too is nice to find your vegetation.
Oh yeah,
we use that to break down stuff too. I've learned a lot, like I said, from those guys.
Yeah,
to use that in avionics,
Google Earth, and then like if you use go to Bing or the other ones, they have different pictures from different times of the year, and it really kind of helps paint the picture of where you want to be.
And then there's people. What's the difference that there in bathymetric pressure with the ice coverage versus open water?
Pressure affects everything. It affects fish under the ice. It affects the birds the same way as the fish. I learned this in a seminar down in Kansas City. Watch the birds. If the birds are flying, the fish are biting.
Which is, I would say so too. Yeah, they can totally tell the difference. I mean, just even if you're putting I won't even go there.
But yeah, I would say pressure affects the fish under the ice just the same as it does any other time of the year.
Say that again. Sorry. I was thinking of that guy's question.
Well, I think the question was, does the pressure affect the fish under the ice? And I believe it does.
Yeah, I think 100%. It does a little bit because they sense it. We feel it. Why couldn't they? Why can't they feel it?
Right.
Derek Wise, you know what? Are you having issues because you can't find them in the summer, or it says I have better luck getting crappies through the ice than open water. Well, you can get them both ways. I have no problems going both ways. You just have to find the weed lines. That's where they're going to be.
Right.
Especially a weed patch. You could have 4 strands of crappies and I could pluck 4 out of there. I mean, it's so crazy. And then you can't catch anything over here and over here, but that 4 things of weeds. Just go find weeds.
Yep. And move your way around.
Yes. Find structure.
What I've learned with early ice is the wind affects the water the same way, probably not to the exact degree, but it affects the way it moves the plankton. So even with the ice on it, the wind will move the plankton, and the small fish the minnows will follow the plankton, and everything else will go with it.
Yeah, not as intense as the open water, but yeah.
Right. But if you got a strong north for a week, I think the south side of the lake would be a great time to go.
Yeah, the best time to go.
And it's not about where the wind is now; it's where it's been for the last week.
And that's why pre-fishing, I could pre-fish on Saturday and be completely different by that following Sunday.
Yep, I never like fishing when the temperatures and the weather's going up and down. I like it when it's been consistent for a couple days.
Well, tell Mother Nature during tournament time that.
I know, but I get to pick when I go.
Yeah, like tomorrow when it's walleye fishing
Mm.
in the South Carolina
Mhm.
area.
I haven't got a work text yet, so
Took some picture real quick.
probably be a good.
Yep, that's Alex and I. That was one of our tournaments we did really well in. That is the Knock Outdoor guys, part of the crew for Shields, pro staff. We're missing Kyle. I don't think Kyle came later, I think that day. I can't remember. Those guys are all stud muffins. And then here's my ride. This was a couple weeks ago when it was really cold out. My son was in it. I just sat in there with my son. In my ride, all pimped out. I can see my auger right there in the back. I added that right behind my seat there. I can put my live scope and all that stuff on the back. It's pretty sweet, sweet ride.
It is.
You got a strap for that live scope?
Oh God, that was expensive. That was a couple of weeks ago too. Went fishing Saturday, went out in the field on Sunday. My man took me out and we went pheasant hunting.
It's a good weekend.
I was horrible. I was so sick too that weekend. But I'm like, who passes that up? You can't. And these are the girls. There's Dev on the left, and then me, and then there's Griff, and then there's Morgan in the front, and then there's Pink. And then Bart was taking the picture. And Waldo, I don't know where he was. But that was such a fun day. That was a memorable day I'll never forget.
What's that about?
And that's S2S. That's our logo.
Mm.
And that's the Sun to Snow. Ray has designed all that. He's good. He's great. He's crazy, man. He actually came up with a great idea. I don't know if you ever go to this page. Like you get a big buddy heater, you put a thing on top of it, and it blows the heat. It doesn't, there's no attachment to it. So as soon as the heat comes on, the fans come on and it blows. I'm like, genius. He just comes up with this weird stuff. Exactly. But I mean, but I never would have thought of doing that right away until I saw him doing that. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like when you see stuff on Pinterest. But anyways, well, I'm glad to be here, you guys. It's been fun.
Awesome. Let me ask.
Did you give all your stuff away?
No, we just
Theme,
some stuff away.
Thermoelectric fan. Thank you, Ray. But you still come up with this greatest. Yeah, if I could pick your brain. Or,
What does Bycross say? Does it have to buy all my new gear, Garmin or Humminbird?
you know what? I have a Garmin and my man's got the Humminbird. It depends what you want, I guess. I mean, everyone's got preferences. I like my Garmin. I had to teach him how to use Humminbird, so I use both. I think they're both pretty much the same. I think a Humminbird might be a little easier to use.
What makes you choose Garmin?
Oh, I got it for a steal, so I couldn't pass it up. I did have a Humminbird 5, but I chose, then I went to Vexilar because I absolutely love my Vexilar. Oh, see, with junior girls fishing kids, I
Go fishing.
get out there. It doesn't matter. Make sure first have warm boots and gloves are number one thing before they even go out. Because as soon as they get cold, they're not going to want to fish anymore. They're done. They never want to go back out again.
Even for grown-ups, as soon as your hands or your feet get cold, that's it. You're done.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get over it, no matter what.
Put those reuse or disposable heaters in and get them out there. But the girls, just get them out there. There's girls that I've gone fishing with, they would not touch bait or anything, and now they're catching them and touching them. And I get called back. A lot of Girl Scout group troops want me to come out and teach them how to do it. And I'm not with any companies. It's just me. So it's like, I'm just an average Joe person helping them. So it's kind of nice to have that. But yeah, Garmin Live for sure. Yeah, 360 is for But otherwise, I mean, overall, I enjoy it. I don't think I'm a pro angler. I think I'm an angler that likes to learn every single day. I like to learn from you. I mean, I'm never a huge walleye person. I'm not a huge cat person. I've never done it. I mean, you make fun of me. I bass fish and I panfish. That's about it. I don't know how to target a whole lot of walleye. I don't know how to target catfish. So I just like to learn. I like to pick people's brain. That's why I'm like, just take me out. I bring great snacks and
I bring great snacks.
It's jerky and M&Ms, ice cream bars.
You know what? I'm gonna buy that finger zapping thing. We talked about it.
I don't know. Just shock you.
You know, you put
What are we
finger there
giving
and
this
it
to?
Zap. You keep that, and then we give these away.
What am I giving?
We gave away the drop kick. Jay got the drop kick, and Jacob Warner got the ticket.
Well, with that, I'll give you a thing of plastics to go with the drop kick because
Okay.
there's some plastics that I use with it.
All right.
And then some stickers. I got stickers.
All right. Cool. All right. So, are you going to join us next week?
I don't know. Would you need people?
No, I mean,
I don't know. We'll have to see.
we'll have to see. Yeah, it was fun.
I think we need a replacement for. Just kidding.
No,
Too early.
Yeah, we'll give
no,
it.
we're not. I mean, we need somebody to cover. I mean,
Oh,
we talked
cover,
about that.
cover.
Yeah, no, I have no problem. I come out. I might have to with my daughter. My daughter and I might go to the women's hockey team. The new women's hockey.
Nice.
Because I play hockey. So it's like, that's another thing I love doing is just being on a different type of ice.
I
Get a
play
lot of
hockey Sunday
aggression
nights.
Get out.
Mhm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I love it.
But I heard the women's team had 13,000 people at the Excel.
And
That's fucking awesome.
Right?
Yeah, I hope they keep going. I
Yeah.
hope that they were on Bally Sports. I mean, I hope it
Mhm.
keeps going. Good
I
for
do.
them.
That's why I say like women outdoors. I mean, some people are women are so intimidated to get out there. Get out there. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, go play hockey. Pick
Yeah.
up a stick and go. I mean, you would have laughed at me 5 years ago. You would have laughed at me.
Best part about fishing, there's no one to judge you.
No,
No one to judge you.
There you go. Look
Only
at you,
Chewy.
Coach.
we only judge
You
two.
judge your own success by what your goal was going into
Well,
it.
you're not
so-
always going to catch fish too. I
Well,
don't always.
that's
catch
your
fish.
goal going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I skunk out. So, well,
Yeah.
we got giveaways. I always have fun stuff to give out. Everyone likes stuff. You like stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a game to play next week
Yeah.
for stuff.
Spin
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
wheel
get
with
that
Amy.
Zap
Can't-
finger zapper. Whoever
No.
gets zapped, that's the person who wins a prize.
There we
It's
go.
gonna be fun.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna be fun.
Well, thanks everyone that
Yeah,
came out and
thanks for joining us.
chatted, and
Thanks for joining us, Amy. Awesome.
hope to see you soon.
Dan, thank you for showing up. Luke.
Who's
And,
Luke?
Who's Luke?
Yeah.
Could you describe Luke?
Stupid. I think his name is Dog or Wool.
I think it's cute,
It's
River.
not cute. That's my brother. That's my father-in-law's name. It's
River?
not cute.
Well, Benelli, my dog's name Benelli. It's named after
It's
my
River,
dog.
isn't it?
It's River.
River Raoul.
Raoul.
No, get over it.
Jesus Christ. Anyways. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Olsen family.